From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Tuesday, October 2nd, 2018. Silver is trading at $14.57 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,193 per ounce. Zen is trading at $17, and the average price of Bitcoin is $6,576. Antiwar.com reports the Korean War began in 1950, and 68 years later, a peace deal is still not finalized. There is hope, however, as troops from both North and South Korea are active along the demilitarized zone, removing some of the estimated 800,000 landmines buried in the area. It took generations to mine that long demilitarized zone at the border, and it's going to take a long time to totally clear it. Work is starting in the Joint Security Area, the narrowest part near the truce village of Panmunjom. The hope, according to those familiar with the work, is to totally demine the Joint Security Area within the next 20 days. After that, guard posts and all weapons will be removed. This will leave the Joint Security Area with unarmed troops stationed inside. Both sides have made several moves to lower tensions along the border over the course of 2018, as North Korea's Kim Jong-un and South Korea's Moon Jae-in have had 3 successful summits. Clearing the Joint Security Area of landmines, however, is the biggest move yet along the demilitarized zone. Both leaders are seeking a peace treaty to end the Korean War, though the U.S. has been somewhat resistant to the idea. If completed, the demilitarized zone would itself be dismantled, and the two nations would have a proper border without generations of military hardware parked along it. Zencash has changed their name to Horizon to better represent their transition from a cryptocurrency to a pioneering platform that protects consumer data. They're working towards the day when anyone will be able to build privacy-based applications on the Horizon platform. The unique spelling of Horizon is a nod to their heritage and recognizes that they remain committed to the vision that their project was built upon. Their coin and ticker symbol remain ZEN. Learn more at horizon.global and join the Horizon community. HORIZEN.global. UPI reports Americans' trust in the legislative branch of the United States federal government is at its highest level in nearly a decade, at 40%, according to a Gallup poll released on Monday. The survey found that the number of Americans who have a great deal or fair amount of trust in Congress, both the House of Representatives and the Senate, rose from 35% in 2017 to 40% this year. The last time the number was above 40% was in 2009, when 45% of those surveyed trusted the legislative branch. The all-time high recorded by Gallup was 71% in 1972. The new survey said 59% of Americans have a not very much or none at all level of trust in Congress. Republicans have the most trust in the legislative branch at 49% compared to 34% for Democrats. Trust in Congress is in line with trust with the executive branch, which was at 42%, down from 45% in 2017. Trust in President Donald Trump is at the lowest level since 2008, which also was 42%. Former President Barack Obama saw a high of 61% in 2009. 81% of Republicans and 8% of Democrats trust the executive branch. According to the poll, 68% of Americans trust the judicial branch, which historically has enjoyed the highest level of trust in the Gallup survey. The court system had its highest level of trust in 1999 with 80%. 79% of Republicans and 61% of Democrats trust the judicial branch. For the survey, Gallup polled 1,035 American adults between September 4th and September 12th. Whether you're looking for precious metals, bitcoins, or books, you'll find that and more at shop.fppradio.com. Every purchase you make from one of my affiliates, like Namecheap and Amazon, at shop.fppradio.com helps fund FPP Radio. Or you can shop directly from FPP with Bitcoin in the Bitcoin store. That's shop.fppradio.com. Reuters reports President Donald Trump said on Monday his administration is just a few weeks away from finalizing a regulation that would ban so-called bump stocks, devices that allow semi-automatic weapons to fire more quickly. Trump said at a White House news conference, "We're knocking out bump stocks. We're in the final 2 or 3 weeks, and I'll be able to write out bump stocks." U.S. Attorney General Jeff Sessions said in March the Department of Justice was proposing a rule that would effectively ban the devices. In February, Trump had signed a memorandum directing the department to make the regulatory change. The change required a public comment period before it could take effect. This has been FPP Radio News. Online at fppradio.com.